What's going on, guys? It's Mr. Lucky Moto here. Today I'm showing you guys my new bike that I've got a 2002 Honda F4i that we are going to be turning into a stunt bike over the winter, so that way I've got myself a little bit of a project to keep you guys entertained over the winter. Cause you know, here, let me just show you. Yeah, safe to say we're having a white Christmas right now, but we're gonna go ahead and do this. I'll show you guys kind of how I'm gonna go about this build, what my thought process is going to be, and yeah. So not 100% sure where I want this build to go right now, but as of right now, it's just I'm just gonna get it to where it's just like basic. It runs, it has some crash protection on it, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into the fancy shit and all that stuff. I'm excited to start doing this, and hopefully you guys are too. So first thing we're gonna do, this is just something that's good to do with every bike build, every car build. You want to change the oil, because you never know, especially if you bought the bike used, you never know what the previous owner was like. The oil in the bike looks very clean, I will be straight up honest, but I just want to do an oil change just in case, because it can also tell you, by doing an oil change, it can tell you a lot about the health of the engine. If you got metal shavings in your oil, you know, it's fucked. You know, you're gonna probably have to get a new engine or rebuild, but it just allows you to get that fresh little go-go juice in your bike, the juice that makes your bike not go kaboom. It gets a fresh set of that in there, and it's just one of those extra safety factors that I like to take every single time I get a new motorcycle or anything like that. Anyways, I also just bought this rear stand, and I've never used one of these before, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this, and yeah, you guys are gonna have fun watching me do that. As of right now, what I've done is I've gotten this loosened up where I can slide these in and out, just so I can figure out what distance I need to have these from each other. I think let's try putting this there. It's actually just about where you want it to think. And then oh. Get it? Let's go! First time using a rear stand, I got it. Oh damn, that's stable. That's not going anywhere. Damn, okay. Now you put that in, work too. I'm figuring it out. One of the things I want to do at some point, just try and see if I can realign my forks, because here, let me actually grab the camera real quick. So if you guys are sitting on the bike like this, oh shit, the seat. All right, let's see, get that into a good position. All right. If you guys are sitting right here, let me turn this on so you can see. So if you've got your bars straight, you can see the wheel is not. See, bars straight, wheel is not. So one of the things I gotta do is I gotta fix that. But if you look at the forks, they don't look bent at all. If you go like along this view, I don't know if this is really gonna capture on camera that well, but see, they look fine. Now, if I had the money to, I would just go ahead and do like a 929 front end swap, because I mean, I want to be able to roll stoppies on this thing eventually. Wait, is that it? That's gotta be it. That's literally. All right, I'm gonna look it up just to double check, but I think that's gotta be it. All right, so I have confirmed right here. I'll show you actually. For those of you who own F4i's and have never changed the oil in them, this bolt right here, this is the oil drain bolt. Drain bolt right there. And we got the oil filter right here, which I have no idea how easily that's gonna come off. Worst comes to worst, just grab a wrench and just fucking yeet it. Okay, oil's still draining for a little bit, so we'll just go ahead and wait for that to drain. But once it is done draining, I'm gonna take the oil pan and move it to under here, even though it's not really gonna catch much of the oil. Actually, it should be able to catch a decent amount of it. But anyways, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna figure out how in the hell I'm getting this in here to ugga-dugga this shit. I might have an actual like oil wrench around here somewhere. I remember when I changed the oil on this bike right here, this bike that you guys all know and love, I was not able to get this to, I was not able to find a oil wrench, so I just ended up having to use one of these. But okay, the oil's almost done, so I'm just gonna wait for that to stop dripping, and then I will go ahead and whatchamacallit, take that off. And in the meantime, just while I'm waiting for this, I'm gonna adjust these clip-ons and take this off because I don't need a mirror, but I'm gonna adjust these clip-ons. I've been wanting to do that for a while. It's just gonna be fun. All right, so it's been a little bit. I just went ahead and was just dinking around with the bike a little bit. I got the oil change. It's got it to where it's at a good level right now. But I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna start, once I start the bike, I'm gonna go ahead and top off the oil again just to be sure. They'll probably use up some of the oil and go up into the cylinders and all that fun stuff. It's all, right now it's just down in the oil pan. But anyways, I went ahead and I got the oil filter on. You guys can just look up a tutorial if you wanna watch this sort of stuff. But just little tips, if you are doing this, be sure to go ahead and put a little bit of oil on the O-ring of the oil filter. That's the old one right there. Be sure to put a little bit of oil on there for a little bit of sealing. Just get this hand tight. It doesn't need to be super tight. If you can get it, oh my gosh, if you can get it hand tight to where as tight as you can go with your hands, which I actually didn't, so good thing I went and I double checked. As of right now, I've got the oil change, I've got this done. There is no coolant in this right now, but we don't necessarily need the coolant for just the first start, just try and get this thing running. That's all I'm trying to do, is just get it started today. Because as you see, there's no front end. I'm thinking it's the bypass sensor, because there's no front end on this thing and it doesn't look like it's been bypassed anywhere in the harness. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it, because I want to be able to run headlights in the future. And I'm just worried that whichever way, I'm thinking probably what I'm just gonna go ahead and do is I'll just go ahead and cut this harness back a little bit, just like cut all the tape to back here. And then I'm going to cut both the green wire right here and the red with white, which are both on just the opposite sides of the connector. Take both of those, just cut them, splice them together. There are some people that are saying to just go ahead and strip it down and stuff. I'm not confident enough in my skills to do that, and I don't necessarily have the best tools right now. I can't find them. So I'm just gonna do that, and I'm just gonna make sure that I leave enough on here that to where I can just comfortably wrap it back up. Pretty much all I will have to do once I'm getting ready to throw fairings back on is just go ahead and undo the splice. I'm not gonna bother like soldering them together or anything like that. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take some crimpers, and I've got a couple of butt connectors or whatever they're called, and then that. But then after that, I think I just need to drain gas, throw some fresh gas into here, and then I think we're good to try and start the bike. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this, and I'll see you guys later. Oh, sorry, my finger's in the way. The GoPro's display turns off every once in a while. But anyways, I'll see you guys when I'm doing that. All right, after a little bit of consideration, I've rethought about this. I think I am actually just gonna go ahead and solder both of these wires together and then just wrap them in electrical tape, just because I'm probably gonna be running this thing in naked form for a little while. So I don't want to accidentally have this come undone while I'm riding and all that fun stuff. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this, and you guys can go ahead and watch the process. Luckily, another thing is I've got a whole parts bin that came with this bike, and it has a whole spare wiring harness, so I think I'm good. So even if I do screw this up, I think that wiring harness is good, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, so I went ahead and I got both of the wires cut back, and I left probably about like this much on each end, so this should be enough for me to get it back together, and I'll just figure out, I believe this is a 24 gauge wire. I was cutting it with this, and actually no, it's 22 gauge, literally just the biggest size. So 22 gauge wire on here, and so worst comes to worst, I'll just buy myself some 22 gauge wire and kind of extend them to give enough length. But so yeah, so I'm just, all right, I'm sorry, the GoPro ended up dying right then and there. But so anyways, I've got this all twisted together. I've got enough length on these, so that way when I do want to go back and I want to fix this, make it to where it's not janky and doing all that shit, then I've got enough length to where I should be able to put it back together. Worst comes to worst, I'm pretty sure I know the gauge wire that I use right now. I'll just go ahead and buy some wire and just extend them together. So anyways, I'm just waiting on the soldering iron to heat up, which I'm pretty sure is close to it. I am nowhere near a professional solderer. I barely know how to do it at all. I've done it twice and both times it was a fail. But I watched a video on how to do this, so I think I'll be good. I'm just gonna go ahead and place a soldering iron right under here and just tap the solder on top. And I think that should give me a decent enough seal to where they're not coming apart, and then I'll just take it, wrap it in electrical tape, and I'll rewrap this whole thing. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, I think honestly it might have just been as simple as that. I'm gonna let it cool down for a second and then I'll check it. Oh, that ain't going nowhere. Dude, hell yeah. That ain't going nowhere. And now let me grab my electrical tape and start taping it up. All right, there we go. Tip sensor is now bypassed. I got a brand new battery for this thing too, and I'll throw the battery in, double check that when I turn the key on, everything turns on, and that I get a fuel pump prime. And if I get a fuel pump prime, then that means that that's good. And if I don't get a fuel pump prime, shit. All right, so as you guys see now, we've got the battery in, and this room's a mess. I'm sorry, don't even worry about it. So what we're gonna do now, it's gonna be pretty simple. Okay, well, we've got battery charge. You can see by this cluster right here, it actually says the time. But so I'm just gonna turn the key on, and hopefully we get to hear a prime. We get to hear a fuel pump priming sound. Oh wait, I'm stupid. When I was moving this stuff around, I unplugged the key switch harness, because I was trying to move this out to get myself some more room, which I think I'm still just gonna go ahead and move it out. I just need to figure out how to get this one plug off. But anyways, let me put that on real quick. Okay, now I've got it on. Now, hopefully, we should get something. Okay, that is not good. It also isn't just, Well, so that did not fix the fuel pump priming issue. Okay, I guess it's time for me to just go ahead and see about doing some diagnosing. But, so I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see if I can figure out why this isn't priming. Okay, so I may have just done a stupid. Oh my gosh. I am an idiot. Okay, so make sure. Oh my gosh, I'm so fucking stupid. Make sure that your kill switch is plugged in, because if your kill switch isn't plugged in, your bike's just gonna assume, oh hey, the kill switch must be off. And this kill switch, what it does is it turns off the fuel, kind of like the same thing the bypass sensor does, except for it's a manual control. I'm stupid. Now I'm gonna go ahead and shoot myself. Okay, but that's good though. That's good. So this thing is actually going to go ahead and prime, and well, now it's got primed with bad fuel, so hopefully that's not going to clog my injectors or anything like that. But it's a start. So I'm going to go ahead and see about draining the gas, getting some good gas in there, and yeah, I will just go ahead and talk to you guys later once I get stuff figured out. This is what I had to do in order to get this freaking siphon into there. I couldn't get it in there because this stuff's just, this fuel tube, whatever it is, it's stiff now. So it was just being a pain going down there. And so I just took a long screwdriver, taped it to it like this, just set it in there gently and just started going, and bro, it just went for 5 minutes straight. I am a fucking genius right here. This is called innovation. We need this for the siphons. We need this for the fuel siphons. This would be perfect for it. Time to put some good gas in there, and hopefully we'll get a first start. See if it'll at least turn over. All right. Pump turned on. That's good. All right. Okay. Well, hey, at least it turns over. That's a start. started to get the good gas into it. Oh my gosh, my glasses are fogging up so much. Come on, I want to hear that sport bike sound. Oh, come on, it's right there. Let's go! My gosh. Let's go! Dude, she is smoky as hell, as you guys can tell, but she fires up. Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, let's go. This took me like 3 hours to do. What the hell? This is so good. Well, so I'm not really gonna be doing anything else with this thing for the rest of the night, because I want to make sure that I can get some of this, because as you guys can see, radiator is a little fucked. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and replace that and do coolant when I get that, just to make sure this thing stays cool before I run it for any extended period of time. But so anyways, this is the new build. This is the build for the winter, because it's cold as shit and I can't really go out and ride in this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you can see the next time I upload videos on this bike right here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.